Hey everyone, this is Bennett, your Slacker Fantasy Football Commissioner, with a Week 10 ForrestLand MishMash Fantasy Football update. Of course, I missed another week last week, and of course, I'm feeling guilty. But just to show that it's not just the league that suffers; it's my own team. So before I get to the week recap, I just want to point out that I definitely needed a quarterback with Peyton Manning hurt and getting -7 points last week, and Matt Hasselbeck sitting there on the waiver wire. I think I had this first or second waiver order. So all I had to do was put in a claim last night, and I would have got Matt Hasselbeck. Unfortunately, my opponent, Gallo of the Catonsville Cartel, picks up Matt Hasselbeck. I don't know if he needed him or if it was just to spite me because we're playing this weekend. But either way, great move by the Cartel. Shame on me for sleeping on putting in a waiver claim. And, it looks like he actually needs the quarterback with Manning and on a bye next week. So, good for Gallo for picking up Hasselbeck and, of course, playing him this weekend. So we'll see how that plays out. Of course, now I'm hoping that Hasselbeck gets hurt and throws 3 picks, but we'll see. Anyway, so on to the recap for the week. Let's go to the scoreboard. We had 2 really close games. One came down to Monday night, and a big swing game as Third and Oolong had a chance to really go to the head of the league with would have been an 8-2 record. They fall just short, and Ray Finkel, instead of falling to 500, goes to 6-4. And you'll see with the point total of 157, 158, it really came down to DeAndre Hopkins on Monday night, who had a really respectable game, had an amazing touchdown catch, 5-catch, 57 yards, but just needed one more catch for 3 yards, and it would have gotten 2 points. Would have given Third and Oolong the win. Unfortunately, they don't get the win, and Ray Finkel holds on by the slimmest of margin. Even with 2 zeros over here, still had enough points from everyone else. Adrian Peterson had that garbage touchdown at the end to really get probably about 10 points. And good for the Kicking Academy. They go to 6-4 with a win. The other close game really came down to Sunday night. We have the Slim Aussies and the Calvinators. So on the one hand, I got to give myself credit for this, what I would call the start of the year. If you look at Matt Jones, I had Carlos Hyde hurt and C.J. Spiller just not worth anything, and someone was on a bye. T.Y. Hilton was on a bye, so I needed a third running back. So I put in Matt Jones, who, as you can see, had not gotten anything since week 2, and just was doing nothing. However, was playing New Orleans, who has a really bad defense, so I played a hunch, put Matt Jones in. He got me 30 points. I think he had like a 90-yard touchdown catch, and that's really what did it for me, because as you can see, Peyton Manning got -7 points. I think that's got to be the record. I don't think I've ever seen anyone get that few points. So in spite of that, the Slim Aussies hang on with the 10 catches for 130 yards for Fitzgerald Sunday night. I believe the last catch sealed the deal with about 3 minutes left. And so in spite of Peyton Manning's poor performance, the start by Matt Jones and the late-night heroics of Larry Fitzgerald, I have no idea why that popped up on my screen there, but they get the 131-128 win, and they are 5-5. So the Slim Aussies, also we'll look at the points in a minute, are not the lowest point total in the league anymore. So it's not all good luck, but I'll take 5-5 with Peyton Manning getting -7 points. We had the high score of the week, the 2 high scores of the week, and broken record here, but the Stallions get the second most points, but they lose. They fall to 4-6 because the one team that scored a bunch of points was Gallo in the Cartel. They get 206 points. You could see Jeremy Langford, sort of a no-name guy. What has he done all year? I don't even... look at this. He's had 2 great weeks in a row, so give Gallo credit for having Jeremy Langford in the starting lineup. Had an amazing day. I think he had a rushing touchdown, too. Also, Brandon Cooks and Martavius Bryant. So really a lot of points, obviously. Todd Gurley's been a great pickup for the Cartel. And they get 206 points, and the poor Stallions get second most points in the league with this. I just can't get enough of how good Antonio Brown is with 40 points. Look at that, 10 catches, 139 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Amazing day, and just nothing you could do except you run into a buzzsaw, and the Stallions fall to 4-6. So tough luck loss there. We have the colon cleansers squeaking out a win. Here, great. She gets the win, 101-92. Super Mules again having a real tough year. Landry Jones, I think, got hurt. Obviously, Roethlisberger went in. Brian Hoyer, just a terrible quarterback, and just not a lot of points to be had. But same for the Super Mules. So the colon cleansers improved to 4-6. Rawhide Super Mules just not getting it done this year at 2-8. One other game to talk about is Graceland. Our league leader in points had a really off week, but fell into some good luck playing the Travelers, 128-100. So they stay undefeated. Not much to speak of here other than the fact that they get the win. So let's take a look at the standings. The just mentioned Graceland, even in spite of a poor point total this week, goes to 8-0-2. The Travelers lost. That helps everyone looking for a wild card spot. They fall to 6-4. The Cartel, with their big point total, creeps up the standings. Big matchup this weekend between the Slim Aussies and the Cartel. That's going to be a big swing, the winner of that. And again, tough luck losers, Somerset Stallions with 4-6. We have third and Oolong leading the division. Ray Finkel, again, getting the 1-point win. They go to 6-4. The rest of the division's under 500. So a couple quick things to look at. You have your point total of still easily leading the actually second place in the league. So Doreen's got the league. The two highest point totals in the league are winning their respective divisions. Again, the Slim Aussies at 5-5 are not the lowest point total anymore. I'm actually ahead of these three teams. So I'm not going to apologize about my 5-5 record. Long way to go. Let's take a look at there is 4 weeks left, so there's not a ton of time, but let's take a look if the season ended today. Standings, we have Graceland against the Kicking Academy and the Travelers against Third and Oolong. But again, 4 weeks left in the season, still plenty of time for these teams to make a move, and even a team from this division to make a move as well. So again, thanks for your patience with me, missing a week with the video update. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see everybody next week.